Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Vallabha Giridhari Jaya Gopi Vallabha Giridhari Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya 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 Haribo.
Stages of devotion. We should always try to mold the activities of our lives in such a way that we will constantly remember Vishnu or Krishna. That is Krishna consciousness. Whether one concentrates his mind on the four-handed form of Vishnu or on the form of two-handed Krishna, it is the same. I think Prana recommends something or other. Always think of Vishnu without forgetting him under the circumstances. And so this is the most basic of all regular instances. For when there is an order from superior about doing something, there is simultaneously prohibition. When the order is that one should always remember Krishna, the prohibition is that one should never forget Krishna. Within this simple order and prohibition, all regular principles are found complete. Feel that fear and some continued ease.
Jai.
As well as this always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. See, the most important of all the principles is to chant 16 rounds. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Gaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhaktivinoda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhaktivinoda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhaktivinoda
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Caitanya-caritāmṛta, naturally, chapter 20, entitled The Lord Instruction of the Swami. We told this text 219, but something else we did up this week.
I wasn't here last week.
So I should remember. But anyway, we can do it because it's time to do it.
Like to do this and maybe next verse also. This is done.
Just got a lot of verses, so
Oh.
we'll just do this one.
Okay. This is done.
So text 219, we got it up.
Yes, bro.
Sarvatra
Sarvatra Prakasha Andhra Bhakti Sukha Dite Sarvatra Prakasha Tanra Bhakti Sukha Dite Jagatera Adharma Nashi Dharma Bhakti Jagatera Dharma Nashi Dharma Stapite Sarvatra Nashi Dharma Bhakti Sukadite Jagatera Dharma Nashi Stapite Sarvatra Bhakti Sukadite Jagatera Adharma Nashi
सर्वत्र प्रकाशतम्र भक्ति सुख दीते
Sarvatra Prakasha Tanra Bhakti Sukha Dite
जगतेरा धर्मनाशी धर्म स्थापिते
Jagatera Dharma Nashi Dharma Stapite Sarvatra Prakasha Tanra Bhakta Sukha Dite
सर्वत्र प्रकाशतम्र भक्ति सुख दीते
Jagatera Adharma Nashi Dharma Stapite
जगतेरा धर्मनाशी धर्म स्थापिते सर्वत्र
Prakasha Tanra Bhakti Stapite
जगतेरा
Prakasha Tanra Bhakti Sukha Dite Jagatera Dharma Nashi Dite Sarvatra Prakasha Tanra Bhakti Sukha Dite Jagatera Adharma Nashi Dharma Stapite Sarvatra everywhere Prakasha manifestation Tanra is Bhakti to the devotees Sukhadite to give happiness Jagatera of the material world Adharma illegal principles Nashi destroying Dharma illegal principles Stapite to establish
The Lord is said to be in all the universe in forms just pleases the devotees. Thus the Lord destroys irreligious principles and establishes religious principles. The Lord is said to be in all the universes
The
Lord is situated in all the universes
in different forms just pleases the devotees.
in different forms just to please his devotees.
The Lord destroys irreligious principles.
The Lord destroys the religious principles and establishes religious principles.
In the Hindu world, the Lord is situated in different opportunities, places, and temples. First, to decrease the material activities of the soul and increase the spiritual activities. Particularly in India, there are many temples throughout the country. Devotees may take advantage of them and go see the Lord in Puri, Kanchi. When the devotees travel to these places and see the Lord, they become very happy and full of songs.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
The Lord is situated in all the universes that form shape because of devotees. As the Lord destroys every principles and establishes principles. He said a long conversation between Lord Caitanya and Sanatana Swami. And we started with an inquiry from Sanatana Swami. Can you remember what that inquiry was?
Who am I?
Really? Okay, yeah.
It's
It was. Yeah, it was. 3 inquiries, wasn't it?
Who am I, and why is it that I'm having this suffering in this material world and material existence?
Okay. Maybe. And Lord Chaitanya's response to that, you want to remember?
जीवेरा स्वरूप है कृष्णेर नित्य दास कृष्णेर तथास्थ शक्ति भेद भेद प्रकाश.
Jiva Swarupa Krishna Nityadas, Krishna Tasa Shakti Veda Veda Prakash. The Jiva, the individual soul, is the Swarup, is Krishna Nityadas, become servant of Krishna. So anything else we're thinking is an illusion, something that we tell ourselves a lie. And this body, and this mind, and this person, and this nationality, and belong to this family, this nation, this group of people, which identifying with devotees is good, that's kind of Caitanya-caritāmṛta Shakti. So Prabhupada explains that the last snare or the last trap of Maya is within everyone. This is the personal liberation. Because you come into the pure world as God's competitor, you want to enjoy separately from Krishna. Krishna is feeling that God with you, but I like Krishna, but Krishna has to be, gets to be Krishna. I get to be Krishna for that. So you come into the pure world to enjoy separately from Krishna. It's an illusion from the start because we rely on Krishna to provide the pure world for us so we can enjoy separately from him. Just like there's one devotee left, and they went back to his hometown of Manchester, and he tried to enjoy the nightclubs, etc., but he couldn't forget Krishna. So he prayed Krishna to forget him so that he could enjoy. And of course, I prayed to Krishna, then it became more remembering Krishna and came back to the temple. So sometimes the devotees, due to their service, they attract Krishna. This is one of the first characteristics of pure devotional service. That pure devotional service attracts even Krishna. One of the other characteristics is that material suffering starts to diminish. We said Sanatana Swami is asking, how can I be benefited by my suffering? The Prabhupada said an intelligent person doesn't like to suffer. So we see there's only two people that can be happy and pure world it is.
Lowest of the low, lowest of the lowest form.
Yeah, a devotee and an man, not good. Because to think that we're enjoying this material world is a type of madness. There's certainly some enjoyment there. And this verse is also pointing to that. That in order to regulate and build field activities of building entity, the Lord incarnates many different universes and many different societies and cultures according to the need. So just like there's an analogy that the powerhouse or the electricity generating station has the capacity to power very, very powerful electrical machinery, or banks of lighting, etc. But if we have a small light bulb in our house, it doesn't mean to say that the powerhouse is small. Perhaps we just need a small, it's like if you had a light in your cupboard, for example, you would put like 150 watt spotlight in it, and open it up and you blind yourself. Any kind of thing what you're looking at, it's too bright. Put an appropriate size light bulb. So the Lord appears and gives lessons according to how people can accept. So therefore the Lord gives different incarnations, different purposes, different times. And typically this verse is almost similar to Caitanya-caritāmṛta. Whatever and wherever was declared religious practice and predominant rise of their religion at that time and century. And then another one goes along with that.
Prana is
Caitanya-caritāmṛta. Dharma samstha prabhakti sambhavani yuga.
In order to deliver the devotees and guide the demonstrants, as well as to Dharma samstha, to re-establish the principles of Dharma within the self-reliant mind. So in Kali Yuga, even people are getting confusion about who's the Yuga avatar. Someone wants to say it's Buddha, and then someone says it's Kalki. The Kalki comes at the end of Kali Yuga, when there's no more God consciousness, there's no more devotees to be saved. And Buddha comes as a Leela avatar, what's fasting. Does anybody know what is that Leela?
people were taking into lots of this meat eating, and he came that because of the Vedas, it was recommended or mentioned in the Vedas that meat eating is fine, you can offer and eat meat. So he says, no, this is not fine, and also sort of discarded the Vedas and started a different sect altogether.
Yeah. So basically, this is how Lord Chaitanya's law, that people were utilizing some vague instruction in the Vedas to have wholesale animal slaughter, which is actually not the purpose of the verse in that Veda. Basically, the purpose of that verse is that people who eat meat at all costs, then the Vedas give them some small concession that they can take, goat, something, but not a cow, never a cow. And you can offer it on the full moon night and have to chant a certain mantra into the ear of the animal. Basically says, I'm killing you now, but in the future you will kill me. And the purpose of that is that they're going to eat meat anyway, so try to minimize it and regulate it. And make them conscious that, well, I'm doing this, but this is going to help me. Maybe I should be a bit smarter and not do it. But instead, what they would do is they just open wholesale slaughterhouses on this verse. And so the Lord decided to misuse the Vedas, so let's come and tell them to forget the Vedas. So he came with evidences of so charismatic and attractive personality, and he distracted them from the Vedas. But essentially, what they followed that ahimsa principle. And of course, Lord Shiva, my Vada was such Chastaram, he said to Parvati that in the Kali Yuga I will appear in the guise of Prana, sacred chariot, to teach is cover atheism or impersonalism. And we think, well, we believe in some kind of formless version of God, Brahman, isn't that some kind of form of theism? We take the Caitanya-caritāmṛta as authority, and it's mentioned there that anyone who doesn't accept Lord Chaitanya as the supreme person of Godhead is an atheist. Because he is. And if you don't see that, then it's only a matter of time, hopefully, and that's up to us to spread the word of support. So they may not know, but Lord Chaitanya, he finally came and taught the philosophy of Caitanya-caritāmṛta. Yes, you are one with the Supreme, but only in quality, not in quantity. As much as a gold ring is the same in quality as the gold to be found in the gold mine, but not the same quantity. So becoming one with God is even more ridiculous than wearing a gold ring, saying Fort Knox, in case you didn't know, is like a secure location where the American gold bullion is stored. So, and Swami Goswami is asking these questions not because he's a fallen conditioned soul, but the devotees who are surrendered to the Lord accept to be put into illusion so that they can ask these questions on our behalf. If you're so fallen, we don't even know what questions to ask. Because Krishna instructs, Tadavi Prana Krishna Silya Vidyana. Just try to learn the truth by approaching the spiritual master and quieting himself and where the self-realized soul can impact knowledge into you because it's seen the truth. But sometimes people don't know what the questions are. If you know what the question is, you might get a chance to get the answer. But sometimes people would approach Prabhupada and ask questions and say, this kind of question is not applicable. Heard someone in a childish, family manner, so who knows everything? So how many windows are in the Empire State Building? Perhaps say this is not knowledge. And so what happens if Prabhupada gives you a right amount and then someone goes and counts him? And finds out he's right, does it mean they're going to surrender to Krishna? You might remember a story, Birbal. Prabhupada sometimes tells the story of Birbal. He's a very clever person. He was in the court of, wasn't Akbar, was it? But it was Akbar, Emperor Akbar. And the other ministers were quite envious of him because I believe he was the only Hindu person in the court and the rest were. So sometimes, due to some kind of enmity between them, particularly because, not just because he was a different religion, but because he was actually smarter than the rest of them. So sometimes they would try to get trick Birbal. On occasion, they would post some question there, and if he didn't know things are fake, he should be executed. But Akbar was so confident in Birbal that he agreed on one occasion. He said other ministers, they said, we have one task for Birbal, and we can't complete this task, then he's fake. And Akbar was thinking, yeah, let's see what they've come up with now. He said, okay, ask him to tell how many birds are in the kingdom. So he was wondering, don't know how Birbal will manage this one, seems like an extra difficult one. So he says, how many birds are in the kingdom? And he says, 7,800,000,000, blah, 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 a big figure. And they didn't just off the bat like that. And then Guru says, and Akbar says, so what if I count them and there's less? That means that someone has gone to the neighbouring countries to visit the relatives. And he says, but what if I count them there's more? It means that some relatives have come to visit them. So who could actually even determine such a thing? Such a sort of question. And the motivation behind the question is with ill intent. So Swami is teaching us what are the questions? Who am I? Why am I suffering the threefold miseries? And how can I be benefited? And Lord Chaitanya tells him, you tell yourself with Krishna, or a past with Krishna. And this means that we can be benefited by remembering Krishna and never forget Krishna. So when Krishna appears in the different planets, in the different universes, in the different temples, he appears there to try to encourage us to remember him, not because he's egotistical, not as like, you better remember me around. Sometimes God is portrayed as being some kind of megalomaniac. No, because Krishna's enjoying, you see here in the temple, pastime pictures of Krishna enjoying rasa dance or various other activities with his devotees. And he's inviting us to come and join the eternal party. Jeev Jago, Gora Chanda, Boli, Kota, Nidra, Jaman, Kisachira, Boli, Inichi, Shani, Masi, Bhagalaki. So we come to this world, and we've forgotten Krishna, and Harinama Mahamantra allowed to remind you. The medicine in Chiavashari, the medicine for remembering Krishna, for getting out of this diseased condition of life, is the holy name. So Lord Chaitanya, as the Yuga Avatar, is basically propagating the Yuga Dharma, which is the chanting of the holy name. Remnants of the other Yuga Dharma may be there, but they're not to be neglected, but also not to be emphasized or overemphasized. So therefore, going out and giving them all the name of Lord Chaitanya's mission. And Lord Chaitanya was, first of all, having kirtan with the devotees behind closed doors. All night we're having kirtan. Just like next week we're having David kirtan on the street on. So Lord Chaitanya devotees were enjoying great bliss by having kirtan all night. But at one point, even though the devotees were greatly satisfied, experiencing great transcendental bliss, and Lord Chaitanya was not satisfied. And why is that?
Someone behind the curtain. Someone behind the curtain.
Yeah, well, it was that. That's another pastime when someone which was kind of sneakily attending the kirtan. But there's another reason, which is related to his mission.
He wanted the holy name to be spread out far and wide, every nook and corner, so he just didn't want it to be restricted to
So he said, this is not why I came. To come and kirtan behind closed doors. And therefore, he's having his mission. So first of all, he's also showing the devotees that the devotees have to have a taste for it. They have to engage in kirtan. There are activities meant for the devotees, like the kirtan melas, etc. And that's all they do for the devotees. But what is even more important is that we take this kirtan out to the non-devotees. We're also devotees, but they've forgotten.
Mhm.
We were also a non-devotee, and someone reminded us of Krishna, and they were here. And there's no reason why people are there won't have the same experience and won't come to Krishna, because all the time we're related to Krishna. And we should not think that people aren't interested. We're planting seeds. If we go to do Harinam and do Brihatmadanda or good distribution, we may not see the results of it straight away, but we plant the seeds. We'll just keep on doing it. And we've seen that actually in Scotland since we came here in the mid-80s. Again, we have so much resistance and opposition. But as time went on, then that resistance has decreased. and acceptance is much more.
Yeah.
So we used to get time when Glasgow was known as the murder capital of Europe. It wasn't unusual to hear on the radio murders over the weekend and stuff like that. One weekend I remember hearing, I think, well, that's a lot. And then the next weekend it was 6 numbers and stuff. But they were like people, so the knife capital of Europe. And of course that still goes on like last night, because that's when she got on and she these 15 police cars where she was on scene. And you just can't imagine what the scenes going on, obviously it must have been something serious. But still, because Prabhupada said anything auspicious which happens in Kali is a direct result of the Sankara movement. Nobody's doing anything auspicious otherwise. So just like in times of old, previous ages, and then the kings and the rulers and shastris, etc., they would perform great sacrifices for the benefit of the people in general. So sacrificing in India. So the others, you can't do this, Harinam Sankirtan. So by doing this, we're bringing great benefit to human society. So by so much kirtan and distribution in Scotland, particularly Glasgow, 40 years solidly, then it's practically become one of the biggest vegetarian and vegan places in Europe as well. And so people are much more interested in spiritual life. There was a survey done, which was that in the UK, that many people are living with the standard traditional religions, and particularly even more so in Scotland. In Scotland, the churches were quite prominent. There's one place in Edinburgh called Holy Cross, and it's a church. The first building is a church, with 4 different denominations in each corner. And if you go through Glasgow and Edinburgh, you see many churches, chapels, etc., but they're not all churches any longer, because people have lost interest. Because people have become too blind to just accept simply dogma or to function out of fear. So that was even more so, but then the survey also said that similarly, people are becoming interested. They haven't lost interest in spiritual life, and even more so in Scotland, but what they're looking for is experience. And this is your Christian consciousness kingdom, because when I heard that, I was very happy, thinking this is actually Krishna's long-term plan. People may think they're coming away from religion, they're just looking for something which is more substantial. And it's not that Krishna consciousness is something different from other religions, because the Lord appears at different times, different places for particular purposes, as part of a long-term plan which is beyond our lifetime, maybe over many generations. But Krishna is always working for the betterment of the living entities to bring them back. Because just like a loving parent, then the living parent doesn't like to see the child suffering. When the child is suffering, they're suffering. They can't be happy. The child is suffering. So Krishna, and particularly Lord Caitanya being Maha, and then the avatar, the most merciful incarnation, means that it's compassion. It's so deep that he's suffering to see the living entity suffering. So when we take Krishna consciousness to other people, we're actually relieving Lord Caitanya's anxiety. So in this way, we're fulfilling that function of attracting Krishna. Even though Krishna is all attractive, that by performance of devotional service, and particularly by giving up our self-comforting, as Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, and going out to give Krishna consciousness to others, then we become very dear to Krishna. Krishna explains that in the Bhagavad Gita, none so dear as one who preaches my words. And as I was saying earlier, it's not that Krishna requires his words to be preached when they don't die. It's like the demons used to, sometimes they would think, Krishna subsists on yogas. So if we stop the Brahmins performing yogas, then Krishna will die. So this is how demons do that. Brahmins will die against you. We send the demons out to slaughter sacrifices. And great effort would go into performing these yogas and just when they're about to do the yoga, then they send demons to contaminate the yoga arena. But thinking this will, Vishnu will dry up, he'll die because he's not getting his food stuff. Vishnu is not like a demigod. They feeds off of their share of the yogas. Because he's Atmarama, self-sufficient, self-satisfied, doesn't require anything of anyone. Well, of course, we've said it many times that Krishna consciousness is simple and complicated, very good. If we honestly can understand it, okay, crooked means that we have some impure motivation. And when we have some impure motivation, then it's a bit difficult to understand Krishna consciousness, or we can demonstrate it in different ways. One who is Krishna consciousness, one who's in Krishna consciousness, then they're not in ignorance. And Prabhupada explains that Krishna consciousness is so simple we can miss it. And that's because in the pure world we've become so complicated. We think this is too intelligent. Prabhupada mentions that an intelligent person doesn't like to suffer. Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita that an intelligent person finds out the sources of misery, sources of suffering, and then they give them up. So as much as we're giving up our sources of misery, that's how intelligent we are. And if we're still hanging on to something which is giving us misery, then that's how we're foolish. And of course, it's a gradual process. And just like we were talking the other day, that we may actually give up so many things, but in the heart, we're giving them up. We're thinking somewhere along the line, I might enjoy these things. Maybe I'll just have one foot into your world, just in case. It was interesting, there's one devotee. He wasn't sure whether he'd done some part of his education. He came to Krishna consciousness and he was so enthusiastic he didn't want to complete his education. Because some people were encouraging him to complete the education because they knew it was something to fall back on. He said, I don't want anything to fall back on. So this is and he said, well, you might be saying that now, but maybe later. But I'll deal with it later. But of course, his personal choice, there's arguments on both sides. The point was, he wasn't in the mood that he didn't want to have the material security to fall back on. Now, that's not to say that we should give up education, it's not to say that we should give up our work or any source of material security, etc. Because we have to operate according to our own ability, our own level. And if we're too much worried about maintaining ourselves in the material world, then it's difficult to Krishna conscious as well. We have to find the balance, and everyone has a technical balance, which is suitable for them at this point in time. And so one person may choose one path, one may choose, well, the path is the same for different paths, but one may choose one ashram, or one may be inclined towards a certain type of work. But the main thing is that we get all connection with Krishna. Because the whole thing is so powerful, then, and this verse, Krishna and Dasa, refers to that we're what you're trying to say that none of these varnas are ashram, not Ranchari, Vyasavana, Pastor Sannyas, not a Sudra, Vaishya, and a Kshatriya or Brahman, but the 7 of the servants of the focus of the Dasa. So this is, what you're trying to tell them is that don't identify with any of these things, identify in this way, and in this way you will get the high soul. Whatever we think of, in Matthew's whatever we think of at the time of death, we will attain it. So that freedom is ours, what we think of. So particularly talking, we mentioned a few holy places, Jagannath-puri, Prayaganapura, Haridwar, and Hardwar, and Hardwar, Dwar, Gate, Doorway, interesting of Dwar, means a door. Haridwar, the doorway to Hari, or that Krishna Kanchi. And what's going to happen when we visit these places? And I had a realization once. I was visiting Jagannath-puri, and I went to visit one temple. Not the Jagannath-puri temple itself, but another temple, Caitanya-caritāmṛta temple, which is between Jagannath-puri and Bhubaneswar. Anyone ever been there? Anyone ever been in? Yeah, I've never been in because I'm not very soon. So it was interesting to see how the devotees or the persons who are looking after that particular deity, when they arrive to get darshan, they only see the colour of skin and they just bar us from entering. They didn't ban us from wanting to get the most fun, though. They're quite happy with that. So I offered, I had an idea we were going to stop it, so I walked to talking in the temple. Quite panicked about it. And he said, "I'm here, some money using privilege." She said, "Okay, you're going to give God money, but we'll darshan, say, and got to see actually because I guess it just a bit of a force to go, but I thought I really wanted to see that lady because I love that pastime, the trip to Gopa. I was thinking it would be nice to actually see that form of love. But we're having it. Nice realization that here am I, thousands of miles away from letting people were all tired, just kind of standing there with me. I don't have to travel halfway around the world to get told when you can't come in. So I was thinking, well, I'm so fortunate. And Prabhupada says that these temples that he's established, these Islam temples, they're oasis in the spiritual world. So you go to somewhere like Silver Street in the busy city of London, and you would see that and feel it, isn't it? You step outside, it's a completely different world. And you step into the temple, you imagine the living shore out there, taking advantage of that, and giving their ashram. And they're just mercifully purifying the city. People don't realize that they actually controllers of London. He's a very interesting person who occasionally goes to the temple and he just sits there all day. He's one businessman and he's, I don't know if he speaks much English. No, I must be completely find out. But he's a Chinese businessman and we don't noticed him on occasion sitting there all day, not chanting, not reading, not doing it, just sitting in front of the vehicles. And he says, why do you come? He says, people are sitting here and I feel like a purified and it's a chant of spiritual energy, so it keeps him going for that long. And he comes back. This is his son sitting in front of the vehicles for the whole day. And it's amazing because he had such faith, he may not really know who they are, he had such faith. Similarly, when we were applying for planning permission for the hall and to get permission to place a public worship, and we took them around, took the planning and the local council around the property, showed them plans and where we were hoping to put around the hall, etc. And I thought, well, let's just keep them in the temple, take a chance on it. We brought them in here, and immediately we felt that atmosphere. Oh, it's a really nice atmosphere in here. You know, that's that. And I think so. They were standing in front of the screen there, not with God. That's the people who spend here every morning, and do a meditation, so it's very nice atmosphere. And then we became so favorable. One of the videos was completely engaged in meditating. And we got the permission to meet. This is also the power of the Lord in many different forms. It's like in South Africa, at the times of apartheid, they wanted to establish international Christian consciousness as a recognized religion and charity in South Africa. But the government aren't having it. They said, no, it must be the South African Society for Christian Consciousness. No, this is an international society, it's not a national society. So we're having many arguments going back and forth in presenting cases. And then Jyoti got in some Mahaprasad and gave it to the authorities. And as soon as we took the prasad, we said, oh, we just let them have it, why not international society? So you see that the power of prasad, you can get people the power of the Holy Name. Even sometimes the power of the Holy Name, people chanting with great gratitude that they get purified. Just like cancer, he's always said with Krishna that it was in the wrong rasa, it's in ghastly rasa, it wasn't in one of the primary rasas or not in a favorable mood. But because of that meditation, then he was killed by Krishna. Which is suspicious, everything Krishna does is suspicious. Mistake for people to think, oh, Krishna killed so many people, but that's wrong. You know, if you get killed by the hand of Krishna, you go back in the spiritual world, then that's a very big benediction. There's also another point which Prabhupada makes in the Krishna book. It says that people who are simply interested in liberation, it says which Krishna usually awards to demons, his enemies, who he kills. So what to speak of the devotees? We shouldn't be concerned with liberation, we should be concerned with devotion service, having engagements with Krishna's devotion service. That begins with Shravan and Kirtan, and Krishna's Mama, giving chanting, and chanting. So the Lord was so kind that he defends himself in so many different countries. Just like Lord Jesus Christ is considered to be a Shakti avatar. It was mentioned in one of the Pranas that the Lord would appear in the amongst the barbarians and the ones Ishaputra. Ishaputra means son of God. So there's this next explanation teaching the Lord of purity. Since the Supreme Being God is one, his order must be one. How then can there be different dharmas? It is not possible. Different dharmas are created due to ignorance, which causes people to think in terms of Hindu dharma, Muslim dharma, Christian dharma, this dharma, that dharma. No, gold is gold. If a Christian possesses some gold, does it become Christian gold? Gold is gold, whether possessed by a Hindu, Muslim, or Christian. According to the order of the precursor of godly dharma means surrendering unto that supreme being. So we don't have any argument with any religious path. Anything which is elevated people who are consciousness is a good thing. That are also encouraged that. It didn't encourage people to give up, encourage them to do better. So therefore, what we're getting is not contrary to any other kind of religious belief. It's actually just giving more of the same and getting more knowledge and also getting the experience. So just as when one goes to visit the holy places, when we come to the temple, we should see Prabhupada, Bhaktivedanta Manor, Radhaman, Soul Street. We should see these as places of pilgrimage. So the mentioned in the fourth temple, but the spiritual master is also known as Tirthapad. Tirthapad means that wherever he goes becomes a place of pilgrimage. So the Bhaktivedanta Manor is a place of pilgrimage. 26 Second Avenue is a place of pilgrimage. The Hare Krishna tree in Compton Square Park is a place of pilgrimage. No less than so many other places of pilgrimage. It's mentioned the pure devotees go to the place of pilgrimage just to purify them. So, I should know a short story. There was one man, I mentioned it before, some of you may not have. There was one man living during Puri on the States. He hadn't been to the Dragon Temple, but he just lived down the road from it. And pilgrims would come, and we feel it must be great living at Dragon Puri. You go and see yeah, I can go in. You can't go to see him, yeah. Well, I can go anytime, you know, it's just up there, I can go anytime, just go on with it. And they live his whole life didn't go. Whereas people came from far and they appreciated it. So we should be like that too. When we look at the temple, we have to avoid becoming over familiar with the temple system. And otherwise, we change the atmosphere, we stay in our mind. We have to avoid criticizing the devotees. We have to appreciate the service. Of course, someone's service may be to engage others in service or to train them, so sometimes that means management practices means seeing with one good eye, one bad eye. If we're not in that position of management, then just engage our mind and try to be Krishna conscious, appreciate each other's service. And she runs on the came here a few years back, and we had just completed another Rajan of Prana, stating the name of it. And typically when a devotee goes traveling and selling the book and talk about the book, the content of it, things like that, they're almost getting kind of forward of the book itself. But when I didn't speak about the book at all, and I was thinking, I don't be sure they're going to speak about the book. Again, what he did, he actually spoke in such a way that he made the atmosphere so spiritual that you felt like being in Dana, or at least you were on the shores of Dana. That's a good sales pitch. But this book is basically showing you Surely you can be in Vrindavan, in your temple, and you get that atmosphere. And you get that atmosphere just to show that my experience and hold it. That's a thing before us. So if we have that mood of Krishna's pure devotees, then we'll be able with that. So we'll just stop there and get any comments, questions.
Thank you, sir. We'll share a short story. So there's one devotee, Dhruv Narayan Prabhu. He's in Brahmacharya Ashram for the last 20 years, more than 20 years, disciple of his own name is Radha Govind Maharaj. There's a very good Bhagavatam Katha in India, places in India. So when he got his university degree, the very next day he kind of literally tore it apart and he joined the ashram. And even in his uni, he was in connection with devotees. And he said like he doesn't want at the back of his mind that okay, I have a option of that I still have a degree, I can get this job, this that. No, he said no, I don't want that because once devotees we were in parikrama with him Govardhan Leela, Govardhan parikrama, and he said sometimes we find devotees carrying shoes with them in their bag, and it's like in two minds maybe okay, I will walk a little bit and I will put the shoes on little bit, and it may happen that we are not doing the parikrama, we are not engaging in Krishna Katha and all, and we are thinking about for the shoe or did I bring not thinking of. They said I didn't want to do it like that, and as you said, like this depends person to person, and it's not maybe for everyone. Found that quite inspiring. Sense. On this, Prabhu, so like now practicing Krishna consciousness and prior to practicing Krishna consciousness, I have so many thoughts, desires, some things. Now I'm appreciating somewhat Krishna consciousness in my present situation. But how do I come to a position when I look back growing up, say I was interested in sport or movies, something, and should I be having this sort of thought that, oh, how come I was so interested in sports movies? Like, I don't feel like I wasted my time there. Well, sometimes maybe I give my brain this excuse or understanding that, okay, you were supposed to be watching sports movies that time, time for Krishna consciousness was not there, and now it is there, so now you can take it on. How to feel that remorse that I wasted so much of time.
So whatever your situation is, imagine the thing is to take advantage of it. So for example, some people may be born into a really devoted family and they have to take best advantage of that. Not all of them do. And then some are born into a family of non-devotees. They are born into a situation where they do cinema, art, all these things. So we take best advantage of that, which is to learn the lesson that I've tried that. And I can relate to other people who are in that situation. Very wide, but by the grace of God, we would also be like that. So that's one thing that we can try to appreciate what our situation we're in as we enter this and to go forward in Krishna consciousness. And also we can, if we look back on our previous life, I think I wasted so much time, let me not waste any more time. So we can use it to springboard to go forward. And also know that when I forgot to do this, that's what I've got to go back to. So, so there may be something in our heart which wanted to desire some material world. We can say, look here, have a little run around for a few years and then come back to me. That will bring you back. So we shouldn't relax and think, okay, well, Krishna will make it the ball again next time. So we don't want to take it the ball again. Whatever the situation we're in, we must move forward and leave it behind.
Yes, thank you. One more question, bro. So this translation says, "Does the Lord destroy religious principles and establish religious principles?" Similar message we hear in Bhagavad Gita. Now, But we still see like Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita, but how long did it last? And it didn't last at all. Even now, like things don't last. So one may question, where did he destroy the religious principles and where did he establish religious principles? Everything is still getting on the decline only, or even at that time in Dwapar Yuga, it was still on the decline only.
So everybody's sitting here right by the Gita, right? So he's establishing principles of religion. This conversation is still here. And the Bible Gita has never been more widely distributed than ever before. So in Kali Yuga, which is the most dark and sinful age, then there's devotees in all countries of the world, which is never there before. So Krishna is re-establishing. So Krishna came to speak this message, and then Lord Chaitanya came to spread it. And we're getting the glory of the great fortune of actually being part of that Lula. Learning the Lord's pastimes just now. Lord Chaitanya's pastimes are not historical, going back 500 years. The few next 10,000 years. So Krishna, of course, we take into consideration that Krishna spoke 5,000 years ago, and Arjuna heard it. It's not that everybody there heard it either. And even when Krishna was on the planet, not everybody accepted him as God. Just like some people walk into the temple, and people may see the Lord at the moment they take a rep according to their own people. The devotee will see the Lord. And even devotees see the Lord differently. Someone may be on reverence, someone may be differently. On reverence always has to be underlined. Deity worship be based on that. Some people see the deity as an order supplier, and some are basically so different people. And then an atheist may come in and they just see some statue. Well, the statues are very nice. These two ladies on the altar. Sometimes you see that because you decorate it so nicely with garlands and jewelry. They think it's a couple of ladies. And often people are respectful, and then some people are not respectful. Some people are iconoclasts, they want to break the deities. So people relate to Krishna as they like. They have their own freedom. And Krishna doesn't agree with that. And at the end of the Gita, it says, now you're liberated from the as you know, giving you all this knowledge through the light. So it's also Krishna's, one of the opulences is he's detached. Even though he's compassionate more than anyone, he's also detached more than anyone. So we can see that although Kali Yuga is a very degraded age, also when people get mercy, people, Lord Chaitanya's Prabhupada and Gaurani, and say they're the most fallen, and we're testament of that. Okay.
Good.
Jai.
Jai.